The clip is all about spotting and acting around pedestrian crossings. First thing is to spot the crossing, so either spot traffic lights or flashing amber beacons, zigzag markings, and then looking out for people around. Here up ahead we can see a traffic light, but at the moment it's hard to tell whether it's a standalone traffic light or a crossing. Then we see the white zigzag markings before and after the lights, which tells us that that is a pedestrian crossing and controlled by people. It will only change if someone's pressed the button on one side of the road and wants to cross. So up ahead we will see another crossing and we'll go through how to deal with it. So spot the lights and then see whether it's a standalone traffic light or a crossing. We can see the zigzag markings now. Scan the crossing left and right, and if it's safe and clear, proceed along the road. Also, we do have zebra crossings, so you can see the flashing amber lights, black and white posts and black and white floor markings, and the zigzags. Scan the crossing, check that no one's crossing the road. The ruling with a zebra crossing is give way to anyone on the crossing. If it's safe and clear, you can proceed. Also, you'll see some crossings will have islands in the middle, either a straight island and straight road or a staggered island in the centre. Up ahead we can see an example of a straight island, so if the lights were to change they would stop both streams of traffic on red. The next traffic light that we've got here has a staggered island in the middle, so you'll see where there's two different points to cross the road on each side of the road, so we treat them as two separate crossings. Also now we'll see on this clip to watch out for people approaching the crossing, so you can see the parent and child on the right. They may have pressed the button, the lights could change quite quickly, so always be prepared for that light to change. If it doesn't, hold your speed and clear your way. Here's an example of the light suddenly changing. You can see the person on the left, so check your centre mirror, start to slow and hold well before the stop line. Remember the ruling is give way to anyone that's on the crossing, so only move when the junction is completely clear. Any earlier and we're going against that ruling. Sometimes if the crossing hasn't been used for a while, once someone presses the button it will change quite quickly, like this example. Look how fast the lights have changed when that person went close to the box on the post. Now while we're stationary, make sure we keep checking around, especially over our left and right shoulder. People may try and catch us stopped at the light to try and get across the road, so it's very important that you check both blind spots over both shoulders before you move away. Sometimes what can happen as well is that people may have crossed even though the light is still on green because they see it's safe to go over. Remember, if they press the button the lights could still change, so us as drivers must be prepared to stop at the red light. Other times you might see we're approaching a red light with a person almost crossing the road. Again, we must stay waiting at the line until it goes to green. Check both shoulders to make sure no one's going to try and cross the road, and then proceed along safely. This clip is a bit of an added distraction. We have a car with the door open that takes up our first focus, but remember there's always more hazards along the road. There's a person with a pram crossing the crossing, so we must make sure we spot that in enough time and be in control of the situation. The crossing is clear, no one is going to use it, and we can proceed forwards and along our way. Sometimes what you also have to watch out for is people will still cross anywhere along the road, so always be prepared for those crossing just in a place that's convenient for them but might not be the safest, like we see up ahead. So hold your speed, allow them to be crossed out of your way and continue along the road safely, enjoying your drive.